Most people think retirement is the finish line where life finally becomes easier. What almost no one is prepared for is how quickly that belief is falling apart. Instead of peace, they reach retirement, feeling trapped, unsure, and financially exposed. This is not because they failed. It is because the rules changed quietly while people were busy earning a living and taking care of their families. Prices keep climbing, savings struggle to grow, and the support systems people trusted are no longer enough to protect them. The most alarming part is that this problem hides in plain sight. Most people think they are safe until paychecks stop and reality hits harder than expected. In this video, we will explain why retirement is becoming harder to reach, how everyday workers are being stretched beyond their limits, and why this issue is far more serious than most people realize. Before we move forward, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, because learning this now could make a real difference later in life. So what does this situation actually mean when people talk about a retirement crisis? At its core, the retirement crisis describes a growing gap between how much money people will need later in life and how much they truly have set aside. For many workers, income stops, but expenses do not. Rent, food, medical costs, and daily living continue, even after regular paychecks disappear. In the past, retirement was supported by steady systems that helped people stay financially stable after leaving the workforce. Over time, those systems weakened and responsibility slowly shifted onto individuals who were never fully prepared to carry it alone. Today, a large number of adults reach their later years with little protection against long-term financial pressure. Some have small savings that run out quickly. Others depend almost entirely on limited monthly benefits. This is why the retirement crisis is not about luxury or lifestyle. It is about basic security and dignity in the final stage of life. Understanding this reality is important because it shows that the problem is not rare and it is not happening somewhere far away. It is affecting ordinary people in ordinary households every single day. Now that we understand what the retirement crisis is, the next question is why it exists at all. The problem did not appear suddenly. It developed slowly as the structure that once supported retirees began to fall apart. In earlier decades, many workers relied on long-term plans provided by their employers. These plans offered predictable income after retirement and reduced the fear of running out of money. Over time, those arrangements faded away for most private sector employees. What replaced them was a model that placed the responsibility on individuals to manage their own future. Instead of guaranteed income, workers were given savings accounts that depend on regular contributions, market performance, and personal discipline. For people with stable jobs and higher pay, this system can work. For everyone else, it creates constant pressure. Missing a few contributions, facing a medical emergency, or losing a job can permanently weaken long-term savings. At the same time, many workplaces never offered retirement plans at all, leaving millions without an easy way to prepare for later years. This is why the system feels broken. It assumes that every worker has the same income, the same stability, and the same financial knowledge. In reality, most people are doing their best just to stay afloat. The result is a retirement structure that works well for a small group and leaves everyone else exposed. And as we move forward, this imbalance only grows stronger. Millions of people are entering retirement with almost nothing saved. Nearly half of working adults do not have any retirement accounts at all. That means no 401k, no IRA, and no meaningful financial cushion to rely on once their regular paycheck stops. Even among those who do save, the balances are surprisingly low. The typical retirement account for someone approaching retirement is barely enough to cover a few years of living expenses. To put this into perspective, most households have less than $15,000 saved. That is far below what is needed for a comfortable retirement. On top of that, studies show that over 90% of working households are not on track to meet even conservative savings targets for their age and income. These numbers reveal a harsh reality. Retirement insecurity is not a rare problem. It is widespread, touching ordinary workers, families, and communities everywhere. It is also growing quietly. Each year, as people live longer, healthcare costs rise and inflation continues. The gap between what people have and what they need becomes even larger. This is why the statistics are shocking, because they show a truth most people would rather ignore, but cannot afford to overlook. Understanding these numbers is crucial because they show that the retirement crisis is not just a future concern. It is happening right now and its effects are already being felt. Rising costs make saving money harder than ever. Housing, healthcare, and everyday expenses continue to climb, often faster than wages. For many people, putting money aside for retirement becomes nearly impossible. On top of that, life is unpredictable. Emergencies happen, and too often people tap into their retirement accounts just to cover unexpected bills. This weakens their long-term financial security even more. Then there is the fact that people are living longer. Retirement now can last 20, 25, or even 30 years. Most savings plans were not designed to stretch that far. All of these factors combine to create a perfect storm. Even those who think they are prepared may find that their money does not go as far as they imagine. The danger is not just financial, it affects peace of mind, daily choices, and the ability to enjoy life after decades of work. This is why the retirement crisis is more than just a number on a spreadsheet. It is a reality that is quietly touching millions of people right now. And the longer it is ignored, the harder it becomes to fix. For many retirees today, it is no longer a small supplement. It is the main source of income. This means that millions of people are relying heavily on a system that was never meant to cover all their expenses. The challenge is that Social Security faces long-term funding pressures. More people are retiring while fewer workers are paying into the system, creating a growing gap between what is promised and what can realistically be delivered. Experts warn that if no changes are made, benefits may need to be reduced in the future, or retirement age may increase. Even small adjustments could make a big difference in how far Social Security income can stretch each month. For anyone planning retirement today, this uncertainty adds another layer of pressure. It highlights why personal savings, investments, and smart planning are more important than ever. Understanding the potential risks of Social Security helps people prepare for the future instead of being caught off guard when they need support the most. Even though the retirement crisis is serious, there are steps people can take to improve their situation. First, start preparing as early as possible. The sooner you begin, the more time your savings have to grow. Next, take advantage of any retirement accounts offered at work. Even small contributions add up over time, especially when combined with employer matching. It also helps to build an emergency fund. Having money set aside for unexpected expenses reduces the need to dip into retirement savings early. Learning about basic investing and understanding how different options work can give you more control over your future. Knowledge is one of the strongest tools when planning for retirement. Finally, reviewing your plan regularly is important. Life changes, expenses change, and making small adjustments along the way can make a big difference over the long term. These actions do not guarantee a perfect retirement, but they increase your chances of achieving stability, independence, and peace of mind when you need it most. The retirement crisis is not a distant problem. It is happening right now, affecting millions of people who worked hard their entire lives. We've seen how savings are often too low, how the system has shifted responsibility onto individuals, and how Social Security alone may not be enough to secure a stable future. The good news is that understanding these challenges is the first step toward protecting yourself and your family. Small actions taken today can have a lasting impact tomorrow. Whether it is saving consistently, using workplace benefits, or simply learning more about how retirement works, each step strengthens your financial foundation. Remember, this crisis is not inevitable. Being informed, aware, and proactive makes a difference. If you found this video helpful, take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Together, we can help more people understand the truth about retirement and prepare for a safer, more secure future. Thank you for watching, and here's to making your retirement years as comfortable and worry-free as possible.